All right, welcome to Ever Near. Thanks for being here again, or for the first time, either way. And in this episode, we're going to be diving into enduring to the end, which is a big topic, I guess.
Yeah, I mean.
It's kind of a big topic. We'll see what we actually get into.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm Davis, and we got another new face. Maybe it doesn't look like a new face, but we got another new face.
That's true. I'm Kara, not the other one, Risa. You'll figure it out.
She's a twin.
I am a twin.
Yeah, so that's Kara. All right, so just jumping in then, I guess I always like to just start with kind of what it is. So How would you explain enduring to the end?
It's a very hard thing to explain, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's a big one, so.
Yeah. Best I would say, there's a talk or a discussion, whatever you want to call it. It's called Endure It Well. Basically, it's choosing to have the right viewpoint on going through certain trials or something. Like, you don't just say, oh, I have to sit down and make it through this day or something. No, you're choosing to look for the good or something you can learn from an experience from this life. Because if your life really sucks, you gotta learn something from it instead of just viewing it as purely bad. So, kind of a ramble, but that's how I view it.
Yeah, and it's like, what? Trying to think of the best way to phrase the question.
Huh.
I don't know why I'm having such a hard. I can see it in my mind. I can see what I'm trying to say, but getting it from here to here isn't working very well.
That's fair.
For some reason.
That's fair. I do.
So I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, unless you're.
No, I was gonna say I do have the talk up where he defines enduring life. Do you want me to read that?
Why not?
Well, that's a great question. Why not? So this is actually from like 1990 in April.
I'm pretty sure I listened to that this morning.
Probably did.
Was it Hunter or Maxwell?
Neely Maxwell.
Yep.
Yeah. But in this, so it says, true enduring represents not merely the passage of time, but the passage of the soul. And not merely from A to B, but sometimes all the way from A to Z. To endure in faith and do God's will, therefore involves much more than putting up with a circumstance. And then it talks about how it's not just shoulder shrugging, but it's soul trembling. It changes you. You go from this person at the beginning, and then you're changed by the circumstance to become someone hopefully better, who has changed and has hopefully also come closer to God if you let him change you through that experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it seems like if you're looking at it from a worldly perspective, enduring is definitely just, I gotta get through this. That's
gritting
it.
Your teeth kind of
thing. Nothing else matters except just getting through it, even if I'm dying along the way.
Yeah.
But from a gospel perspective, like you said, it is very different.
Mm-hmm.
When we're trying to endure to the end in the gospel, we're trying to become something different. We're trying to actually, it's hard to say want to endure, but
I mean, eventually, right?
Kinda, yeah, we're actually doing it purposely. We're not just gritting our teeth and getting through it. Like you said, we're actually trying to do those things that the Lord has asked us to keep doing them, to let it change us along the way. Mm-hmm. And not to be bitter or unhappy about it all.
Yeah, which is hard.
It can be very hard.
Mm-hmm.
It can. I understand. I know. It can be very hard to not get bitter. Mm-hmm. I think there's a reason that so many people do, because they don't understand really what we're doing here.
Yeah.
They don't really understand this idea of enduring to the end in the gospel. And lots of people will leave the church
because of that
and get angry. Because they're just like, how could you do this to me?
Mm-hmm.
How could you make life this hard? How could you, and all these things.
Yeah.
And they get angry, they get bitter, they hold grudges. And to a point I can understand.
Yeah, honestly, same. I see that.
Because if you don't really understand the gospel, if you don't see what the Lord is trying to do, that's a very natural response.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, the Lord is trying to make us like him. He's trying to help us become like him.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be able to do that by taking all the easy roads.
No, it's a very hard process.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the Savior, look at his life. If we're trying to be like him, all throughout his ministry, he was constantly mocked. People lied about him. People tried to hurt him constantly.
Yeah.
Eventually, he was crucified. It wasn't easy for him. Can we really expect it'll be easy for us?
Yeah, exactly. You can't.
And I know that part of it may sound like disheartening, like, oh no, enduring to the end is just going to be hard and miserable the whole time.
No, I feel like you have to see the hope, because that's what a lot of people lose too. Because when you go through all those hard things, you get so jaded, which I feel like I get there sometimes, but then you need to remember the hope, right? As you were saying, Jesus Christ, he went through all those things. He was a perfect man, a perfect, beautiful man who did nothing wrong. And yet he was crucified, he was hurt, he was insulted, like all those things that you listed, all these things happened to this man who did not deserve it. And yet he did it for us, which provides the hope of there's a man out there, there's a brother, a spiritual brother, who loves you and me enough to give up everything, to have us have a hope for our future. So it's not in vain. There's a reason, and we need to find that reason if we don't already know it.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's probably a good way to kind of just describe how it is. I mean, yeah, in enduring to the end, you are going to continue to follow the commandments. You're going to be looking for that hope. You're going to be following the gospel, even though it can be very hard. But I'm going to say it doesn't have to be just all difficult, all miserable. It's not just trying to get through. Eventually you'll be happy, but you're not going to be happy until then.
Yeah.
That's not actually how it is. You can actually, in enduring, even when it's hard, you can be happy.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And I'm curious, like, for you, how is that possible? Like, I'm sure you've experienced it at times where it was difficult and you weren't miserable, right?
Yeah.
You were the opposite of miserable, even though it was hard.
Having the time of my life.
But like, and that doesn't necessarily mean you're like jumping for joy. You're
Oh
like,
no!
Yes, another trial. Come punch me in the face. I love it. No. But for you, like, how have you been able to be happy in the enduring process? How have you been happy even though it's not always easy to endure in the gospel?
It's a great question. A few years ago, this brings up a story to my mind. I have several stories I could say, but let's start with this one. I was in my senior year of high school. Yes, I'm young. And my mom, we discovered that she had cancer. And this was like the last half of the school year, and we were going through, we were like, oh my gosh, almost done with school. Psych, there's college, guys, just you wait. But when we learned that, it was January, right? And we had all these things ahead of us. We were making friends. My sister and I, Risa, were very shy. We don't actually have that many friends still.
Is Risa actually shy?
She was. She came out of her shell. I'm still kind of in the shell, but I creep out like a little hermit crab, you know what I mean? But anyway, at that time, we had no one to turn to, really. It was our family, our immediate family, and then our dad told some people at the school. We didn't like that, but the fact is, we felt so alone, right? And we felt like we were the only ones that had to endure it, but we didn't tell anyone. We chose not to tell anyone. Don't do that. Tell you that you're struggling. But what got us through it, actually, I decided not to fall inward, but to go outward, right? Don't just let yourself dwell in the pain, but say, okay, I'm kind of going through something right now, but I'm going to choose to go help someone else. You need to get out and help someone else. At least that's how it helped me. Right? So hopefully that kind of helps answer that question a little bit.
Yeah, so you can be happy, or at least content, fulfilled, however you want to put it, when it's difficult, by helping others. Okay. I can see that. I feel like for some reason, maybe it's because it's some kind of divine law or something, but it seems like lots of people have that similar experience. It's like whenever we're in difficult times, when we're trying to endure, if we're just focused on it, just focused on us, it's usually a lot harder. But if we start focusing outward, trying to help others, makes things easier and better, happier.
I think so.
It's just kind of interesting because me personally, I am a very, maybe this is why I've had a hard time a lot of the time, but I am very, I don't know if I'd say isolated is the right word, unless you could say self-posed isolation. I like to be alone. I like being alone. I don't really like going out and doing other things. I'm probably way more selfish and self-centered than I should be.
Knowing you, Davis.
But it's always interesting to me when people talk about that, like, you should go serve others, you should go do these things, because I haven't been a big one to turn to that. So for me, it's really interesting to hear, and I hear it a lot. I have done it at different points. I mean, for 2 years, I was serving other people as a missionary, and there's been times in my life where I'm serving people, but typically I tend to kind of
go inward.
I go inward more, which sometimes that helps because I understand things. Other times that just puts me into a miserable spiral. And
Right?
It's bad. But yeah, I think there's a reason so many people have that same feeling, same experience of going and helping other people makes it better.
Yeah. It's a heavenly law, heavenly gift.
Yeah. So, a time when let me ask you first.
Oh, okay.
When was I guess you kind of already answered this actually with your mom. I was gonna say, when was another example of when you've had to endure something? But you've already kind of said with your mom and with cancer.
I can share more if you want. Like, this is an open channel, I'd say.
That's true. Talk to me. Give me one more. Give me one more.
Okay, so I also, oh my gosh, served a mission. I was in Washington, Tacoma. It's very dark and dank, and when I go outside sometimes and it's raining, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's home, I'm back. But Washington, so interesting. Anyway, while I was there was a time, oh my gosh, I'm sure in like other people's instances it's nothing too crazy, maybe, but I hit a deer as a mission. I was driving the car, right? It's kind of funny, but I was driving the car, I was going 55 on like basically a freeway, essentially. And a deer just kind of walked up in front of the car, and my companion, she started to scream, and I was like, I've never done this before, I've never hit an animal, I've never killed an animal. But I hit it, and I was basically broken. I was fractured. Like, internally, my soul, I was shaking. I was petrified. My companion had to drive us home, but we also, oh my gosh, that was crazy. She like put me to sleep. She gave me drugs. I was knocked out.
She gave
me drugs. Sleep again.
I got some drugs.
Here, take this. No, but it really helped because I feel like if I hadn't taken those drugs,
like sleeping pills.
Yes, I would have been up all night, just like shaking, terrified. And I chose to go back in that car. I saw the damage right on the car, the front side, right side of the car, just out, gone. This thing was basically towed. And looking back, I considered that it was a miracle. I saw that it was, because the deer was right in front of us, but somehow it only hit the side. And I knew that somehow maybe I tweaked it just a little bit, or angels moved it just a little bit, so we weren't hurt. Both of us were fine physically. But in time, I started to see that I was very emotionally shattered. I didn't know what to do, because every time I stepped into the car, I was petrified. I was stiff. I was looking around at every corner. I was thinking there's got to be something that's going to jump out, especially at night. And this is like close to the winter time when it gets dark at 4 p.m. And so I'm reliving that experience every time I'm getting in the car. And I got so basically depressed. Not really. I was just terrified the whole time. And so every day I would get in the car, I would pray. I would say, Father, you want me to serve a mission? Because that was the closest I was getting to go back home. Even though I was almost done with my mission. I had maybe like 4 months left. And I said, you want me to serve my mission? Give me the strength that I need to get through this. I admit over time, it was relieved that pain was eased. But what really got me going, what helped me find the joy, was just choosing to put all of that pain on Jesus Christ's shoulders. That was the first time I found myself actually crying out to Jesus Christ and saying, let me use your atonement. Saying, I need your help. I need to find joy right now, because if not, I'm going home. I'm ending this now. And what I found was I connected more with my friends. I reached out and I said all the things I was going through. And ultimately what gave me the joy in that time was choosing to just trust in the Lord. It's kind of vague in that sense in what I'm describing here, but when I found that joy or that peace, more like is kind of what I would describe it, or fulfillment, as you said, was just realizing it's completely out of my control. Another deer may jump into this car, or jump in front of this car, or another animal, a person may appear. That would suck if I hit a person. But it was just choosing to let it all go. That joy was gradual. That peace was gradual. But every night or every day that I jumped in that car and said, Lord, take it from my hands. Even though I'm driving this vehicle, I need you to take it from me. He helped me heal in that way. It's kind of the way that I see it, is just putting all my trust, all my faith in the Lord, saying he will trust me, or he will heal me in time, but I just need to do this right now. I need to keep doing what is asked of me. So if you're going through some sort of painful trial or something, there's a reason. You have to trust in the Lord in the ways that he is putting this in your path. He won't always take you out of it. In fact, he's probably going to keep pushing you into it, because there's something you need to learn in order to become like him. And that helped me have more dependence on the Lord. I'm sure I would have been more broken and for longer if I had not had the Lord at that time, if I had not turned to him, if I said, I'm done, I'm out, I'm leaving. Like if I left my mission, I'm sure I would still be panicking about it right now. So what gave me the peace or the joy was just turning to him. Kind of roundabout. Take it back.
That's good. So really just in these hard times, and for you it was kind of enduring to the end of a mission, but that'll carry out through your whole life with the gospel. But just seeing what really changed it for you, what gave you that peace, even in the difficult times, even when you kind of wanted to turn away from the gospel, what you were doing a bit was actually turning even more to it.
Just kind of leaning into it a lot more.
Yeah, and that's kind of interesting, because the reaction, like you had the reaction, you're like, I need to step back. I need to go away. But you're like, no, I'm going to turn more into it. And that's what gave you that peace, that strength to endure. Yeah. And that's pretty cool. And I think that's always a choice. There's always that choice when we are thinking about, okay, do I keep doing what the Lord wants me to do? Do I keep enduring, or do I step back? It's always a choice there. You chose correctly.
Pass the test.
Yeah, no, thank you for sharing that. And You're really carrying it today. Kara's carrying the
Am I?
video today. You've probably seen I'm kind of out of it. I'm having a hard time today.
It's okay to do this.
But I think something for me that kind of helps me see the good, kind of not be totally miserable when it's hard. Not that I'm happy necessarily. I think there's a big difference between like joy and happy.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Because joy is more like, maybe fulfilled would be a good word.
Yeah.
You're fulfilled or you're content with what you're doing,
Mhm.
even though you may not be like all smiles and bubbly. So I've definitely felt that side of it. I've felt fulfilled. I've felt the joy, the kind of peace that comes with knowing,
Mhm.
okay, what you're doing is good.
Mhm.
And though it's not like a loud, happy, bubbly thing, like I said, it does make things a lot easier.
Yeah.
And so a thing that happened to me, and I've kind of shared this before, probably on the channel too, but I'll give you an example of when I had to endure. It just so happens it was also on my mission when I was out there in South Carolina with all those amazing Baptists.
Oh, nice.
That's not actually sarcastic.
No,
I do
know.
like
They're pretty cool. I
do like Baptists.
Yeah.
Even if sometimes they didn't like me.
It's okay. God loves them. We love them regardless.
I'll bless their heart. Sorry, I'm not being mean.
No.
So when I was out there, it came to a point where I started being very, very miserable.
Mhm.
I started getting very severely depressed.
Mm.
And the worst part of it is I didn't even understand why.
Ah.
It's not like there was something specific making me depressed.
Mm.
And up until this point in my life, I had never been depressed. The most depressed I got is when I finished a fantasy series that I really liked, and I'm like, I have nothing to watch.
There's nothing else.
I was so sad, but like that was nothing. Here, it was something else entirely.
Mm.
I mean, I was literally every single day when we would come home, I was just in the bathroom crying, trying not to let the other missionary hear me and know how miserable I was.
Yeah.
And that was like every day. I was just so miserable. It was hard to get out of bed. It was hard to do anything at all. I had no desire for anything. I wanted to be done. Not even just with my mission. I wanted to be done with life. I was so miserable.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to give up that fight to endure to the end. I was not having it. And that continued for months and months. And it kind of came to a head where it had probably been 4 or 5 months of this literally every single day bawling, crying, being miserable, just being alive.
Yeah.
And then it came to a head when I was put with this missionary, and he decided that he was going to stop taking all of his medications. When he got put with me. So now not only was I miserable for some reason I couldn't understand, now I'm with someone who I could not get along with.
Oh no.
It was probably one of the first people in my life, other than a brother, that I could not get along with. And that got even worse. It was... I remember actually kneeling down and praying and telling God to just let me die.
Oh, wow.
I wanted out. Eventually, I started to, through this, I started to actually learn how to pray. To actually pray.
Yeah.
Kind of like you were mentioning before. I actually started to learn how to pray. It wasn't just me giving some rote, this is what I need, here's my
This was my day.
Here's my wish list.
Yeah.
Here's my gratitude list. Okay, bye. Like I actually started to learn to pray, and I really felt him answering. It wasn't an audible voice. I didn't hear him speaking in my ears.
Yeah.
I didn't see a vision. I didn't see him standing in front of me. But I felt his presence there over and over again as I really started to pray, really started to turn to him instead of away from him. Because for so much of that experience, like I said, I wanted out. I wanted to give up. And when it got to that point where I started to really turn to him after those months and months and months, I still wasn't happy. I wasn't all smiles. I wasn't all that. But he started giving me the strength, the comfort I needed to just keep going.
Yeah.
Just for the next hour at times. That's as far ahead as I could think, or I would just spiral. And that's what I started to look for, is just enough help for the next hour or two. That's all I need.
Just a little bit more,
just help me take a few more steps.
Yeah.
And eventually I did come out on the other side. And I'm happy now that I went through that. Like, honestly. I would not want to go through it again.
No, neither would I.
But I'm very happy I went through it, because it did a lot of things for me. It really softened my heart. Because even now I do struggle with pride. But before this, I was the most prideful prick. I was bad in so many ways. Like, I was that guy who I always had to be right, no matter what.
Oh, wow.
I would literally argue with people about something that didn't matter at all for hours on end till they just gave up because they didn't want to argue anymore and said I was right. I had an argument with someone that there's no such thing as the middle. And it doesn't even matter. But we argued for hours until he just gave up. Because I had to be right. I was such a prideful prick. And after this experience, it really softened my heart a lot. And even though I do still sometimes struggle with pride, it's a lot better. And I think as long as we actually turn to the Lord when we're enduring, because yes, you could just turn away from the Lord. You could just be like, no, I'm not enduring to the end anymore. I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Lots of people have done that.
Yeah.
But to really endure in the gospel to the end, to follow the Lord to the end, you have to really lean into it, just like you did. You really have to turn to the Lord in a far greater way if you actually want to endure to the end and not hate every second of it.
Yeah, honestly.
So
it's very true. I agree. And I think a little theme I'm seeing here, and I know you gave me a few options to talk about as well, other than enduring to the end, but prayer. Prayer is essential, right? Especially for enduring to the end. When you're struggling, when I'm struggling, when anyone is struggling, we need someone to turn to. And sometimes when there's no one to turn to, even when there is someone to turn to, always turn to God. He should be your first step. He should be your emergency contact, right? Not to say when you have like those notes or whatever, the things from the doctor, and they say, who's your emergency contact? Jesus Christ. No, he's not going to answer that call. But
yeah, I don't have his cell phone number.
No, unfortunately, neither do I. But we have prayer, which is something we can do anytime, anywhere. And I have seen for me, when I am struggling to endure, I have the most heartfelt, powerful prayers. And I admit also, I often go into the small roads of prayer. I'm like, thank you for these things, yada, yada, yada. I had a great day, blah, blah, blah. But when I talk about how I'm feeling, when I am actually sincere with the Lord, when I have that relationship that I want to build with Him, It helps me endure even more. It helps me feel that peace because, as you had said before, I feel his presence with me. I feel Jesus Christ there. I feel my Heavenly Father. I feel the Holy Ghost. And I will say this right now, while you were talking, while you were telling your story, I felt the Spirit. I felt power of peace. And it's something so comforting, something that heals you in the moment as well as further on as you think about it, right? When you're enduring and you have these prayers that are so heartfelt, sincere, and you feel just a little bit more strength from the Lord as he gives you something in that moment, but then also something later on, right? As you keep thinking about it, you have to keep thinking about it. Because if you don't, you're just thinking about that one moment, you have a great thing, and then you move on in life. What's the purpose of it? What's the purpose of having an experience like that when you have it and you don't think about it, or you don't look back, you don't learn from it? You have to learn from it. That's the purpose of life, right? We're here to learn, we're here to experience things, and to change, and to learn how to lean on God. Because if we don't, it's going to be even more miserable, as we've said a few times. So I'm just grateful that you talked about the meaning of prayer, especially in enduring.
Yeah, it's essential.
Yeah.
Very essential. Just to kind of summarize so far, I mean, basically just enduring to the end in a gospel sense is simply following the Lord.
Yeah.
So following his commandments, trying to be more like him. That's what enduring to the end is. And it's a continual process. It doesn't actually end. It doesn't actually end. And it seems like one of the main ways to actually endure and not hate it, not to get bitter and jaded, is to just turn more into the gospel, turn more to the Lord.
Yeah.
And saying this, what we've talked about may kind of answer my next question I have for you.
Okay.
Actually, so maybe you'll have a very short answer to this. And if so, that's totally fine. But if someone came to you and they were in one of those times where they're just ready to give up the fight, they're done, and they let you know that just, I'm not going to do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. Like, what would you say to someone like that?
I've thought about that question a lot on my own. I've taken or I've done like Hope Squad and such, you know. Hopefully some people know what that is. And they tell you the things you can say to people in those instances. Frankly, I forget. I don't know what they say. But for me, the first thing that comes to my mind, firstly, if they're comfortable with it, I would hold them. I would hug them. Because I know that's the thing that Jesus would do to me. If he was here with me, and if I was going through something, he would stop and listen. He would love me, and he would hold me. Because that's what I would need. And then if they wanted me to say something, because I know sometimes people don't necessarily need to hear something from you in those cases, and again, I'm not very experienced, they would need an ear. But then if I need to say something, I would tell them how much I love them for who they are. I would tell them how much of a blessing they are in my life alone. And if there's so much more that I could do without them, it would be worthless. Like, I would not want to not have them in my life. It's very backward, but I want them there. There's a reason as to why they're in my life. And if they wanted me to say something more, I don't know, I think that's probably the best that I would say, is just expressing my love for them. Because that's the most important thing, is knowing how much you're known and how much you're loved. That's what Jesus Christ offers. That's what Heavenly Father offers. Because they know us inside and out. They made us. Whereas me, I only know what people show me, what they share with me. And I choose to try to love them for that. That's how I would respond, and maybe I'd be guided to say something else. Hopefully that would happen, but that would be the starting point for me. What about you?
So, I was thinking about this before, and I'm going to let someone else answer for me.
What? That's cheating!
No, it's not. So, this is something that Elder Holland said.
Ah, good man.
And this is kind of the sentiment I would want to get across.
Okay.
Just that blessings are coming, help is coming.
Mm.
And this is how he says it. This is an experience he had. So let me...
Just ahead of them, I imagined that I saw a young fellow walking toward Canaryville. The weight of a young father's fear evident in his pace. In that imaginary instant, I couldn't help calling out to him, "Don't you quit. You keep walking. You keep trying. There is help and happiness ahead. Some blessings come soon. Some come late. And some don't come till heaven. But for those who embrace the gospel of Jesus Christ, they come. It will be all right in the end. Trust God and believe in good things to come."
That's beautiful.
That's the sentiment I would try to get across.
Which is very good, honestly. Part of me wishes that was what I said, but I think it's a very important thing to remember too. Just don't quit. Just keep going. There's blessings ahead of you. I agree. It's very good.
All right. So do you have any last thoughts for us as we wrap up here, or are you tapped out?
let me think for a second. No, I mean, just echoing what he said is just don't quit. This could be, honestly, I didn't expect it to go this way, but this is kind of like the don't lose hope, guys. For those who are thinking of giving up on life, don't give up. There are those around you. There are angels around you. There are people, literal angels. They're there. The blessings will come. There's always hope. You just have to look for it. You have to choose to look for it. So that's all I'd say.
Yeah. It will get better if you turn more into the gospel.
Yeah.
It will get better.
Mm-hmm.
And you will be able to endure to the end. And maybe don't think so far ahead.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes it much, much harder if you're thinking, I have to endure to the end of my life. I have to endure years and years and years. That can be a lot.
Yeah, it's very daunting.
So I would just say, on top of turning to the Lord more than you ever have, don't quit. But maybe don't think too far ahead.
Yeah.
Maybe look at just what's in front of you.
Yeah.
And endure just that.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah. So, thank you. And thank you, everyone, for being here, watching with us. I always appreciate it. And if you've been liking the videos, like the video.
Oh, yeah, please do, guys.
Press that thumbs up. If you've been enjoying the content, subscribe so you know when more is coming out.
Share it.
Share it, comment, give us topics. We'll discuss them.
Yeah.
And until next time, go out there and be a good boy or a good girl.
God loves you.